Huh?
I can see you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Huh? Should we wait
Thank
for
you.
some people, or might we just continue? Let me see.
What do you think? Do you think they will appear?
I think so because there are some who said they are coming.
Okay.
They will be there, huh? Or we start sharing. I don't know.
I don't know how to share mine. It doesn't give me any sharing details on the screen.
Share. I can share. Let me share 1 minute.
Okay. On your side, you have where you can share.
Something.
Wengi wako job. But
Watakuja.
nimetumia Beki, so I hope ataingia. Yes.
So you look lovely.
Thank you. You too, darling. I like your hair.
Thank you.
Yeah. A little
Yeah.
bit of disclaimer. Nianze
Uh-huh.
kusema hiyo, a little bit of disclaimer.
Go on.
Mtoto akianza kukuja on me, bear with me.
Nah, it's okay. We are moms. It's understandable. I
Yeah,
think all
but
who are watching.
ana watch TV sahi, kuna program ana watch, so I hope itakuwa tu sawa.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
So I think ndio sababu of parenting, we be on time.
Yeah.
I think we should just jump on
Yeah.
and start off, yeah?
Yeah.
So you are very much welcomed.
Thank you.
Karibu
I'm
to
so humbled to be here.
Karibu to the Escapades show. That's just
Thank
how
you.
we say it here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So okay. So first of all, I would love if you introduce yourself.
Okay, I will start to introduce myself. My
Mm-hmm.
name is going by Rael. I'm Rael Kwamboka Bosibori. For
Mm-hmm.
those who don't know me, those are my full names. But here I've been called Bosibori a lot of time or Rael. So that is the one that people know. I was born and raised in Kenya in a place called Kibera on the large and big slums in Kenya. There is where I was born and raised. I went to school as well there, but I went to school up to study 4 because
Mm-hmm.
of poverty and some issues that were going on the scholarship. So I had to stop my education there. So I cannot tell you I have a university material. No, or high schools, those I didn't step there. So yeah, that is my humble background.
Wow.
Yeah.
First, have to applaud your English for class 4. Hey, hey, hey. For class
Hey.
4, yeah, your English is somewhere. If you wouldn't mention that you stopped in class 4, I would
Yeah.
never. Yeah.
Yeah, many people they don't believe that even when I talk to them, even if I share with them that I didn't go to school, and many people here actually they are so surprised the way I talk my English, and this is something that I learned with my husband here, and is the one that actually made me to be who I am today.
That is very nice, huh?
Yeah.
It's how was it? Because I hear like you finished in class 4 was poverty. How was it growing up actually? How was it?
Growing up was a little bit difficult. You see, as now as a ghetto girl, that's how I call myself, and I'm not shy. to say that I am a ghetto girl because I was born in ghetto, raised in ghetto, and give birth as well in ghetto. So I still have ghetto thing in me, but it was a difficult, it was challenging, especially in Kenya. If you didn't go to school, it's people look at you with another eyes, like I haukwenda shule, But I came to to wear a thick skin and don't look at it and look at um, my life now where I am, despite I didn't go to school.
Yeah, in fact, that one, it will only need someone for you to tell someone you didn't go to school. No ghetto is dictated on you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is applause. You've really
Thank
done well.
you.
So, yeah, with all that difficulty, how did you end up in Swiss, like in Switzerland? How did you get there?
Okay, I will go back deep, a little bit deep in my story. Now since I didn't go to school, I was just desperate to do anything in Africa to be able to put food in the table for my kids. So
Yeah.
for those who don't know, I have kids back home, but most of time I talk about them in my some of my videos. I have two
Mhm.
kids, and life can be really hard and challenging back home if you don't have
Yeah.
any income and you have kids at the same time. So it reached a point like, okay, if I continue to stay here in Kibera, I will die and my kids, they will get nothing. So I was invited to go to Mombasa to work as a house help, and there is where I got to meet Barafia Rojo, which is my husband, and that's how I came here. And I do believe that that is how 90, I can say 90 to 95% people come here in Switzerland or in Europe. That is the only way you can come here, as easy way as marrying a white guy or a white woman. So
Uh-huh.
that's how I came, just like most of us.
Ah, you moved to
Sorry.
Mombasa.
Yeah, I moved to Mombasa, but I didn't stay there for a couple of months. I was just there for only 2 months
Uh-huh.
for work thing, and then later I started to I then later I was introduced by friends like, you look tall and dark and beautiful. This is not the work you can do. So you have to join us and get Mzungu. And I'm not shy and I'm not ashamed, and I will not be feel shamed to share how I met my husband. I met my husband in a club, and we have been married for 13 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ah, wait 1 minute. Uh-huh. Now you had kids before moving to Mombasa, yeah?
Yes, two of them
So where did you leave your kids?
with my mom.
Uh-huh. And that
Yeah.
is in Kibera?
Yeah, Kibera with my mom. I left them behind with my mom, up to date.
Ah, okay. And your
Yeah.
mom still in Kibera, up to date?
Yeah, she's in Kibera, but not now in the slum. In Kibera we have
Uh,
estate area and ghetto area. So she's on the other side of the ghetto,
uh,
of the Kibera. Kibera Ayani, some people know, most
I
people
know.
know. I'm sorry, guys, if you see my camera shaking here, is
Mm.
because my son is here currently. I've just left. So that's why you see my camera is shaking because of him. My mother-in-law, she just got business this afternoon. Huh.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
she left me with him, and I have to accomplish what we planned, me and my girlfriend. So
yeah.
yeah, bear with me, guys. Bear with that shaking.
As a mom, I think you need no apologies. It's understandable.
Thank
Yeah,
you so much. Thank you for your understanding.
yeah. So now we moved from Mombasa. You met your husband in Mombasa. Now you moved to Switzerland. Yeah.
Yes.
So how was life in Switzerland? Like, when did you start? Like, you just came. How was it?
I can say life was not for me, then I didn't think of it because what I wanted is to run away from poverty, you know. So I didn't focus of what is going to happen in Switzerland or how am I going to stay in Switzerland. For me, I was focusing like I'm now from Kenya, Kibera. I'm going to Europe, and I'm not in my head. I know that I'm going to make my life better. But since I didn't go to school, communication with my husband was a little bit hectic
Mhm.
because I couldn't speak this fluent English that I'm speaking now. So it
Mhm.
was hard on the communication. So most of time we were quiet, you know, like I know what how to be a wife and I know how to love someone. So I don't need education to, you know, to connect with him. But
Yeah.
most of time we couldn't change or exchange words because I was then I didn't know nothing. Like I didn't know. I knew only word for loves. Like I love you, darling. Thank you, sweetheart. Those are the things that I could really talk with him. But yeah.
Wait 1 minute. So not be able to communicate yourself, you not able, you not like was it just love at the first sight or
Yeah, for him was that. For him was love on the first sight when he saw me. But for me, I was like, this is opportunity. I didn't see love because since I was treated bad with men in Africa, so I didn't see love for me at that point. And most of time here, there in Kenya, you could hear Mzungu did this for me. So for me, I was like, wow, if I get one of those Mzungu, me too, I will omoka and live this life of Kenya of struggling. Yeah. So for him, he loved me for sure, 100%, and he never see me different rather than his wife. So he saw me as his wife even then when we were dating. Because we dated for 6 months and then eventually he invited me here and yeah, the love continued.
continue? And right
But
now,
he had a difficult time also to communicate with me since I cannot speak fluent English.
mm, but
Yeah.
when you got to Swiss, did you go back to school or did you have any possibilities?
No, now since he knew my case that I've never stepped into school, he wanted really me to go to school to learn German here.
Mm-hmm.
So I arrived here 2011 June, and he organized a small trip to Paris. So we went to Paris together for 2 weeks, and that was another experience to be there. You know, for me, I didn't expect him to, you know, once I arrived in Switzerland, for me that was it, but he surprises me to Paris, and there's where he proposed to me. And when we came back, he already arranged with German classes or German course. So I came immediately after 2 weeks. I went direct to German school and I started to learn German.
Was that the Gumbaro? How
I
you got
don't think if
you got to
I
four?
don't think it's Gumbaru because I just went direct to German classes.
Nee, I understand because you got to four. At least you had some. You could construct a sentence.
Not really. I was blank. I was like,
Ah,
ooh, I didn't know anything because now when I started the classes, he just dropped me there. He finished to, you know, to document all the documents that we were supposed to fill up. And then he told me, now, I wish you luck and have a good time. So when I went to class, I met big people like doctors, teachers, people from outside the country of Switzerland, German, you know, a lot of people. And they it came the time that we have to present ourselves in details, like you say who you are, where do you come from, and why do you learn German for. So I was the last person that I was questioned because I really didn't know what to present myself since I
mm,
didn't go to school and we had to speak English. So I didn't say more details. I just said my name is so and so. I'm living here in this street, and that's it. I didn't say much about myself then
wow.
because I
And
didn't speak English and I didn't speak German.
wow,
Yeah.
really, your story is personal. And
Thank
right
you.
when you're taking a deep breath, yeah, when you're trying to articulate everything from where you came to where you are, how do you take that information? As in, how do you feel about it?
Okay,
Like,
where I was, I can say it's a journey and it's part of life. And
mhm,
I was living my life and my moment then. And I was appreciating also to live in Kibera because I used to do a lot of things like going to the door and to doors and doors in estate to look for a job. So that was another task that I was doing back home to make sure that
mhm,
I'm living okay. And looking back, I can say I've learned so much from my past life and now where I am.
incredible. What can I say?
Thank you.
So, okay, now
Hebu naweza kuinvite mtu juu sidhani kama amekuja hapa.
okay, okay, yeah.
I think I will share this with my guys.
Akilia. You did.
Yeah, nimeshare na nimerudi.
Okay. So, like, yeah, now we were you are like experiencing
Yeah.
Swiss. Like, what did you do in? What are you currently doing in Swiss?
Currently,
Apart
I'm a
from being a
mom.
mom and a wife.
Apart being mom and a wife, I'm
Yeah.
assistant nurse because
Mm-hmm.
I'm assistant nurse, and this assistant nurse to explain sometimes it can be really hard. Someone
Mm-hmm.
has to understand what is really assistant nurse.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the way they say it here, it's Pflege assistant, or the and
Mm-hmm.
then how they say it in English, I do understand is assistant nurse, but how some people understand is a qualified nurse. But
Nice.
I'm
Yeah.
not a nurse. I'm not a fage. I'm not a GS. I'm not those big name they call it. I'm just assistant nurse by Pflege, taking care of a caregiver. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you went to school for it. You did some course.
Yeah, now after some time, because you remember I didn't go to school, so
Mm-hmm.
it was really hard for me to focus. What can I do? Because I'm still young. Then I was even younger. Not now, where I'm turning some, some years. So I was thinking of myself. What can I do to make my life even better? Because I'm this kind of person. I love working. I love going out there. I love looking for money, even back home in Kenya, because I used to sell samosas, viazi karai, chapati, maziwa kwa street. I used to do those things. So
Wow.
I really wanted to do something. I didn't want to sit at home. So I decided to take the course, and the course was 3 months. Down the line, you can finish it if you go every day, Monday to Friday. But
Mm-hmm.
since I didn't have another income money, so I had to go only on a weekend, which was on Saturdays and Sundays. And then during the week, I could just work and make money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And when I say work making money, I'm saying that I was cleaning offices, and at some point I used
In
to clean
Switzerland.
toilets as well. Yeah, I
Switzerland.
cleaned toilet of companies and offices.
Ah. So you
Yeah,
you
but
really started from down there.
yeah, I started from the scratch, and I'm so proud of myself.
It's the only way we learn and
Yes,
appreciate.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And what is it that you love about your work? Like, wait 1 minute. How long have you done it now? Like
I
the
did my course in 2017. So since
Mhm.
2017, I'm in the Pflege.
5 years.
I'm in this caregiver job.
That's 5 years, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
5 years. Yeah.
starting six, yeah.
Uh-huh. And how do you like it?
In the beginning, actually, when I did my course and I finished, when you're in the class, when you're in the college, let me call it college, when you are
Mm-hmm.
there learning, the expectations are big. Like, oh, now after I finish this work, I'm going to get my certificate, I'm going to get the work straight. But that was not the case with me. I finished the college after 6 months because then I was doing only Saturdays, and there was a break time here for spring, summer things, winter. So after 6 months, I finished, and after those 6 months, I finished the course. I was supposed, or it was a must, you have to join practicum. So I joined the practicum for 2 weeks, and I was like, I better keep cleaning toilets and offices because this is not what I was expecting. It was really tough, and I think where I got my practicum space, it was even harder because then I was dealing with dementia people
Oh,
or
yeah.
elderly people. So it was really, really hard. It was hard for me to communicate with them. I didn't know what they want. I didn't know how they show the signs of them needing something. So I was like, no.
But you had already lived in. You had a German, basic German
Yeah,
before.
yeah, yeah. Me after 6 months, I could. Me after 6 months, I started to present myself in full names, where I come from, where I live, what I'm doing, if I'm married or not. After
Uh-huh.
6 months, I could speak German.
Uh-huh. Okay. And
Yeah.
which difficulties did you face at your working place?
The difficulty is when they talk to you in Swiss German and they
So,
expect you to reply it with Swiss German.
ah.
And some people, they don't like to hear German language, they like to hear Swiss, which
Mhm.
is very difficult, but they have to deal with it because we are not born here in this country, the majority of us who are doing this work, and they have to accept the language that we speak with them.
Mhm.
So that is the difficult, I can say, that I had. Language barrier and
Ah, okay.
culture as well.
And culture, yeah. So
Yeah.
to anyone who would love to come to either Switzerland or Germany, can you give them just like maybe let's say short sentence on what to expect, or just try and make them ready. Like
Sorry, I didn't get your question. Can you
to
repeat again?
people to people who are having dreams of joining us here in Europe or either Germany or Switzerland, do you have a word for them? And probably maybe in German, if you can tell them.
In can I speak in German?
Yeah, tell them in German, yeah, so that they can go and try and figure out what that means.
Okay.
And they get
Wenn,
themselves ready.
wenn jemand möchte in Deutschland oder in der Schweiz kommen, du musst selber parat wissen, was willst du gern machen oder was hast du eine Idee in deinem Kopf unterwegs, wenn du gehst in Deutschland oder in der Schweiz. Du
Uh-huh.
musst selber wissen, wenn du schon da bist. Aber wenn du bist schon unten und du bist am Suchen Visum zum Kommen, einfach, dass du weißt, wenn du bist da, erste Mal, du musst Deutschkurs besuchen, zweite
Mhm.
Mal, du musst kulturell akzeptiert und die Leute.
Now they will get it if they
Yeah,
want it.
so let them figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So yeah, now and what is it that you love about Switzerland? Eh? Now we are done with your working, the disadvantages. Now, what is it that you love or your
Oh my God. Me, first of all, meeting my husband, I didn't know what is Switzerland mean. You see, now since I didn't go to school, I didn't get to learn the geography. That's how they say it. Yeah.
yeah?
Those things. So I didn't know Europe. I knew only America. America, America. If I could see any white dude coming to my line, I could just think of America. So I didn't know about Europe. And he didn't tell me where I actually come from for those 3 months we stayed together. I didn't even bother to ask because that was not my business. My business is I got Muzungu, I have money. That's
Yeah.
it. So I didn't focus on asking where it comes from. Then when he invited me to come here, I was anyway nervous but happy at the same time because now I can see that I'm leaving my bad and hard life behind. Now I'm going to the heaven where the money is everywhere in the street. That
And
was my expectation, but when I landed in this country, I realized very instant. It was actually the first week I arrived here, I started to realize how difficult it was
it wasn't
within
heaven,
a week.
actually. It wasn't heaven.
It was heaven. When I landed here, there's no, now Kibira mumezoea kukana matakataka everywhere, dust, nini, uchafu, makelele. So when I arrived here, I was in heaven. I even called my mom and I told her, nimeshuka kwa Mungu. Because I didn't see any, and I think it was a spring, summer thing. It was in June. So you can imagine everything. It's clean, green, streets are washed, black. I even wondered if people were eating or where. I mean, it was just heaven. It was clean as hell. I don't know
Even me,
how hell how it looks like, but
even me, I remember looking at the buildings like I was going like this with buildings.
yeah, it was really shocking at the first time. I even thought
Yeah.
that it's not allowed to spit in the street, but actually it is. But it was so clean. That's how I want to say it. Yeah, it was so clean,
Mhm.
beautiful at the same time. And I didn't know about where I'm living now, Zurich City. I didn't know about it, so I came to learn later, and I'm so much in love living in Switzerland. Yeah.
Been to Germany.
Many times.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Which part exactly?
Sorry?
Which part?
I've been in Munich. I've been in Stuttgart for shopping. That is all the time. If you want to come to shopping in German, we go in Stuttgart. And we have been in Frankfurt. We have been in, yeah, so many places in Germany. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm coming back. I
Okay.
have the boy who is controlling me here. And I don't know why I shoot my mother-in-law. Yeah, she got, she got, aufpassen, ja, aber du musst, ja, so ist gut. Also weg von hier, gehst du weg? Ja, gehst du weg? So drehen. Weg. I'm totally sorry, guys. I'm totally sorry. Bear with me. It was not planned like this. It was planned. He goes down,
Uh-huh.
but I'm
It's
sorry.
fine. So, where we are now, we came from Kenya. We are up to Swiss now. Huh?
Yeah,
And I want to shift into lifestyle. But
yeah,
before that, do you have anything you want to say in between Kenya to here? Is there
yeah.
anything
I
you'd like to mention? Yeah.
anything to share about Kenya is Kenya. It's my lovely country, and I'm proud to be a Kenyan. Najivunia kuwa Mkenya. The
Mm-hmm.
only thing that I cannot say that I will go back to stay in Kenya because nobody will accept me to work as assistant nurse in any hospital. So if I move to Kenya, no one will give me that platform of working. So I love this country because they have given me that opportunity of working and to make myself who I am now, and also to be bigger in my working career as well.
Yeah, I can only say kudos to Swiss because what it has done to you, I don't think in Kenya you would even be close to where you are right now.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And I think that government should really think of that because in Kenyatta Hospital, if you go there, you can. I mean, if they can have this organization that Swiss people have here, like you have to learn. These things you have to learn. You don't have to read and to get them observed in your head. It's something that you do it physical.
Genau.
Like Pflege, it's a job that you can learn for a short period of time and then you can make a living. So if
But
Kenya will come up with such an organization, because I do believe there are so many young girls out there in Kenya, they didn't go to school and they don't know the way. And if Kenya will do that and they can give them the platform to do these courses of taking care or become a caregiver, and here it's not only to be a caregiver for old people. There are also young people who need help.
But
So I
I think
think in
the
Kenya,
problem.
if they can create that thing, it can be well. But for me, if I go to Kenya, no one will ever give me a
I think in
platform of working.
I think in Kenya we don't have Himes, like Himes. Old
You don't
people.
have to have HIMS. I also work in the hospitals
uh,
whereby you take care of the patient who are from the operation, like, yeah, from those who are from the medical operation, because sometimes they can wake up and start to walk. You just have to be there. It's called here Sitzwache or Eins zu Eins Betreuung. You just have to sit there and take care of the patient so that you see she or he doesn't fall on the bed or walk from the medicine bed, and which can be really a serious thing for the patient. So it doesn't have to be like it's elderly people. They also have people in hospital where they need them to change them, to wash them, to prepare them for their day.
I think we still have a long way to go since we are still in the third world. Huh?
Yeah,
He, we are in the civilized world. Huh?
yeah,
We still have a long way to go.
yeah,
But I hope the government is hearing this. Since as we are here, we can always say what is here, and then
yeah.
they
Give
sit
them the
down.
ideas. Yeah,
They be hearing what is happening there, and then they be putting that in action.
yeah,
I think someday we'll get there.
yeah.
Yeah. So now let's get to my another question.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. The way you see it, is your glass half full or half empty?
The way I see things now, my
Yeah.
glass is half full because I still have some dreams. I still have some things that I have to work hard to get them, and that is first. I want to see that my kids are getting the best that I didn't get, and that is education. And I always tell them, look, it doesn't mean because I didn't go to school and I got lucky to live in Europe, it can appear or it can apply to you guys. So just for now, this is the advantage that you have. You have to go to school, study hard, and think about the life, and also not to think about miracles to happen in between. So I can, at this point I can say my glass is half full.
Half full. Wow.
Yeah,
I
because I
can even
still have the
tell
dreams.
that. I can tell that.
Thank you.
Just the surprise of the language itself, how you can how you present yourself. I think
Yeah.
I will spend most of my nights thinking.
You don't have to. I mean, you. The thing is, you have to accept the situation that you are in and deal with it, and also think what you can do better. For me to make that decision of getting out of Kibera, going to work in Mombasa as a house help, which is well known as a maid in Kenya,
Hmm.
it really helped me. That decision I made, it was really a good decision that I did, and I've never regret, and I will never regret. So it's how you see your situation, and it's how you deal with your situation.
I have nothing more to say on that. It's such an inspirational story, I can say.
Yeah,
Mm?
I do
The reason
inspire
why,
most of my friends or people who are close to me, for people who never judge me who I am.
uh,
If they listen to my story, they always feel like, wow,
yeah,
wow.
the
Yeah,
reason why I said I will I will just sit down and think is, there's some situations and some people like they already have it, but they will keep complaining. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
yeah, just complain, 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 or even maybe someone went up to high school, cannot even articulate themselves. You know,
yeah,
and get there, but the way you speak, it's like someone who has already gone further.
yeah. I
It's
think
really
it's
gives
it's
a lot of thought.
yeah, I think it's also the support from my husband, because this guy is really a person who always tell me, no, you can do this, I believe you can do this. Like when it came to now, I finished German classes and I have to do my test, he believed totally in me, and I have a good mother-in-law who also supported me by learning this. German as well. So when I go morning in the classes, in the afternoon I could do some things with my mother-in-law. And this family, they have really supported me, and I really appreciate them. Especially my husband and my mother-in-law, they have played a big role to my German classes and also to my English classes. English, but my English, most of time I do watch good movies. I stopped completely watching Afro cinema.
That's
Those I used to watch them, but they are good. You know, they are good to start with. So when I used to watch those Afro cinemas movies, they are the ones that I knew the word of love. So I could really remember those love words, and I could share with my husband. I think he loved me more, because even though he understood I don't know what it means, but he loved me with that courageousness.
very nice. So let me 1 minute. Let me take a small, like, 5 minutes break. We say hello
Okay.
to the audience. I don't.
Okay.
Can you see? Can you see the comments?
I couldn't see the comments. I could see the comments appearing on your side on the screen, but up here I can see we have eight viewers and 5 likes.
Yeah. So since you are my guest, you're my co-host, you're my, like, I give you this chance to have a connection with the audience. So
There's
take
this
off,
girl, I loved her and I liked her channel very recently. Her name is Sally.
Sally.
She
Are you
commented down
here?
here, she said, "Lol, Nigeria movie." Yes, darling. Yes. If you want to love your husband in Nigeria way, go to Nigeria for cinema.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So is here. I see there's Jesse. Jesse actually said something. This is for you. Very inspiring. It's funny how life unfolds. God's grace is sufficient to uplift them from humble beginnings. Yeah, that is
Thank
very
you.
true. Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
it's the assistance, the one you're doing here in Germany. It's called helper.
You call it alpha in German?
Helper. Yeah, helper.
Alpha. Mhm.
Yeah. I said wow, classe. And who else? You're looking amazing. Thank you. We even have Martha Finest. I think all these people I have shared to you in your WhatsApp. By the way, you people, I have been advertising you YouTubers, huh? There's
Thank
my
you so much to be here, guys. Thank you. You're so welcome.
Yeah, Mother Finest is a YouTuber, a very big YouTuber in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you've already
Sally
met.
Klaus, yeah, I also got to her channel and I subscribe. Hi, Sally.
If you have, if you want, yeah, Sally. If you want some inspirational things, go to Sally. If you want I think lifestyle, you can get along well with my Mother Finest. Eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she's there. So thank you very much for joining us and for staying. Thank you. And yeah, we continue to our next part. So since you're into lifestyle, I've watched your channel, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, lifestyle there, the clothing, eh? The amount of fashion you do, like buying.
Yeah.
I have a producer here.
You've recently got a producer. Yeah.
So, Liam, give me 1 minute. I need to get back. So, yeah, how often do you buy your clothes?
Wow. How often do I go shopping, you mean?
Genau. How often? Yeah.
Okay, once, like, since I was born and raised in Kibera in a poverty, humble life, I was still that kagal of najiosha na vango yangu mzuri brand new, naenda toi nanunua ama Kikomba. I go there, I buy them, I wash them, I iron them. So I was always looking neat, even if I was living back home in Kibera. So people, they knew me very well. They knew me as a clean person. They knew me as, ametoka ghetto lakini bado anajua tu kujiosha. So I was that type of girl, and many of those people who knew me, they were saying to me like, hey, where Rael upate pesa siku moja, we will sleep in the street. Yeah, so buying now clothes here, some people who don't really understand where I come from, some they will feel like anajionyesha, like she's showing off. No, it's all about hard working, and I love fashion as well, even though I'm not there yet, which I know life, it's baby steps. So I'm taking my step, and I do love fashion. When it comes to buying, in as much as mshahara ikiingia kwa akaunti yangu, I just pay myself first, so I can go wherever I have money on my account. So I
And
buy as often as I can.
as you can. Okay.
Yeah.
And what is your mantra? There are some people who just go to the shop, they just buy, or there are some people who just go for quality. They would rather stay longer before buying, save up a little, then go buy quality. What is your mantra? Is it quality over quantity, or you just go and do something?
For me, I do prefer quality over quantity now. Then, when I was new here, I used to buy Zara a lot, and I didn't realize the quality is shit. So,
Zara was
the
good.
quality is shit. So, I didn't know
And
Zara very well. So, I
if
used to
I go
buy.
when
Eh?
I go to Zara, I always feel like I have gone to the shop.
There's no problem with that. There's look, no offensive, guys, no offensive. Zara, for those who love Zara, I used to love Zara too, but I came to realize I buy today item from them, I wear, and then maybe I wash it, and then it starts to wrinkle, or to get smaller. It doesn't fit you the next day. So one thing I buy from Zara, it's only white cotton shirt. The rest is not my tea. Yeah.
Even I have an experience with shoe. One time I bought shoe and it was not so good, like the quality.
Yeah, they don't produce quality. They produce mass, So they produce mass because people buy also mass from Zara. That's why the quality, it cannot be checked at all the time, because it's a mass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't do Zara. For those who
Which
are
shop?
here, I
Which
used to do
shops can
Zara,
you?
but nowadays no.
Since us, all of us, we are aiming there. We are
Yeah.
aiming. Which
It's
shops
a
can you?
baby step. If you're there, you will qualify.
Which shops should we start with? Now Zara is out. Which
I
one
will
is?
say 100% H&M. H&M, they have good things. It's just
You
you
want,
have to
you want to tell
know
me
their
Zara?
style.
You want to tell me Zara is have H&M has more quality than Zara?
Of course,
But
100%.
the prices, Zara is expensive than H&M.
Because they sell copy of the big brands. That's why it's expensive. For example, if Zara, they will come out with popular dresses or anything that you see, it's popular from the big brands, they copy and they make their cheap quality from that. That's why it's expensive. But H&M, they do their own style, and they do sometimes collaborate with the big brands. If the big brands wants to come out, or a brand wants to come out to be known in the fashion, they can only do with H&M, not with Zara.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
Zara, the H&M, it's good, but you have to know what are you buying. They also have premium, which I love. I love cashmere from premium line from H&M, and I love some good underneath cotton stuff to wear from H&M premium line. And they also have basic, which are good, and their
Where is
price
this
is
premium?
affordable. Yeah.
Is the premium online or is it in the shops?
Premium, it's only online by H&M.
You go and write H&M premium.
Yeah, you
It's
can
an
see,
extra
you
shop.
can just write premium stuff and then you can see they have leather good shoes, good leather pants, good leather coats. They have so many things which are premium. I mean, they're a little bit pricey.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
if
didn't
you
know
get
that.
a good, nice trouser from H&M premium line, you will pay about 400 Swiss francs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get there. We mentioned now the price. What is your most expensive thing right now?
Oh, wow. Oh my God. Right now, the most expensive, and I didn't want to buy this for a long time because I really didn't want to spend that much money if it could be the trendy thing that I will just buy and I will wear for a few months or one season and it will be out of trend. So is this Maximara teddy coat? I've already shared the video the day I went to pick it up and after, and it's all in my YouTube channel. So some of you can go and watch it. That coat I saw 6 years ago, and it was then still expensive, but I couldn't give myself that energy to pay that or to give out that money for just one coat. But then I come to realize it's here, it's classic, it's permanent, it's not going anywhere, and it's something that I will pass down to my kids. So it's my teddy coat, which I paid 2,400 400 Swiss francs.
2,400 for a coat.
Yeah, for one coat. The video, everything, they are all in my channel.
Like you went like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yes, yes, I went like that. Before I also shared about my credit card, which was almost
Yeah.
to destroy my life. Yeah, that video, you saw it and you commented. Thank you so much, girlfriend. Yeah, I met some
That was the
Kenyans
next
here.
question about
Sorry.
the credit. About the credit card. I watched that video and it was coming down in some questions down, yeah. But before that, there's another bag you talked. Now wait. Now we have 2,000 here, 2,500 codes. Eh? Do you know that is a land in Kenya? But anyway,
Yes, I better walk with the land around me.
you're working with the land, huh?
I'm walking with the land.
Anyway, since it's going down to your lineage, it's okay. That is a
Yeah,
past.
but I saved for it. I saved for it the entire year. I didn't just wake up and spend that money for that. I
You know,
saved and I disciplined myself not to buy all other small brands so that I can buy that because I do have a bill to pay here. I do play a role of mom and being mom, so I cannot just spend that money every day. It's something that I spend once a year. Yeah.
you first of all think, how is it going to interfere with parenting with the kids? Then you
Yeah,
sometimes
school
take
fees and all those things. Yeah.
a bag. There was a bag you put in your wish list. Can
Yeah.
you tell us about this bag? Because I think this is another. This is another.
Hey, now you have just opened the key of my lifestyle, eh?
Because this now it's another one. This is there's a land here and there's a foundation even on top of it, and going on to a bag. That is very fascinating. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really fascinating. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, this video it's currently full on my TikTok. If you don't follow me on TikTok, make sure you follow me there, girlfriends. So this bag is not just a bag. You cannot just walk into the boutique and buy for that bag. Even the millionaire themselves, they don't just walk into boutique and buy the bag. The bag it has process, and the bag it has. People call it journey, but it's a journey if you make it yourself to be a journey. Okay, this is a bag that is called Birkin Hermes bag. It's a
But
Birkin bag. It's not a bag. Actually, it's not called a bag. It's called Birkin. That is the name of the bag.
Birkin.
And I didn't expect them to call me and tell me they can put me on my wish list. So they did that last year. And now I am waiting for that bag. And that bag is, you have to wait for 2 years to get that bag. It's not just the bag you enter into shop feeling full of millionaire and pay the bag. It's not possible for even billionaire people.
I really hope we are taking notes. Because all this, me,
It's
I never knew that you need to pre-order or even to get into a wish. I never knew.
Yeah,
But
that one, it doesn't have pre-order. You have to be on the waiting list.
wow,
Waiting list, not even wish list.
mm,
Waiting list.
guy,
Yeah.
this is new, and
This
this
is
is
new for many people now, I think so.
yeah,
I
wow.
mean, I love life and I enjoy my life, and I didn't have these things growing up as a child. So I think now it's time for me to
Nice.
treat myself and to gift myself and to give myself what I feel happy about it.
If you can, why not?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Oh, Martha Nasema, that is true.
okay.
Yes, Martha. Thank you. At least you know.
Martha is also into lifestyle.
Oh, wow. I wish I
Yeah,
knew her. I wish I would
yeah,
get to know her.
yeah. You will know her. So I think she's also learning some things from you. You will also
Yeah.
go some things
We
from
will
her.
also go there. Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Mimi, you've left me flabbergasted. Like,
Yeah.
but since we are here to learn, I'm just taking them in where I can, where
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
So into my next question, in case you ever go into a desert island, what would be the three most important things you would take with you? Liam, turn this. Like, I just assume you're going to desert, yeah?
Uh-huh.
And there are these three things, you can't leave them. What would that be?
First of all, my husband. Oh, that one, I will go with him everywhere, as far as I know.
Mhm.
So, my husband, I will take him with me. My kids, I will take them with me. And now, when it comes to lifestyle and fashion, if I ever get that bag this year and my coat that I have it now, those are the things that I will go with them. My
No
family and
food.
my bag and my whatever,
Liam,
my coat.
no food, no food.
No, we will fast. When we are there, we will fast.
Where
And
Becky?
water for life anyway. Water for life and those things that I say.
Yeah. Becky is saying celebrate yourself. Nobody knows what it takes to be you.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much, darling. She
You
know
know,
what she said is true. Becky,
Becky,
you're welcome. Thank you, darling.
Becky, she's my friend in Kenya. She's currently in Kenya, but she's
Ah,
Uganda, and she's
okay.
like you, I would say. Yeah.
Ah,
Even
okay. Because I also have Becky
here,
too.
your lives are here.
Okay.
Then, yeah, and then my lifestyle is definitely more modest. I can say because of Birkin. So mother
Birkin.
is Birkin. Oh, you nini?
Birkin, hiyo kibeti.
Ah, yeah. You see,
You forgot what in the
it
desert.
does at what?
Oh my goodness.
Wow. So, uh, so Rael,
Yeah.
me, my questions. I'm just into. Okay, one first of all, to all the women's here, Happy Women's Day. Today is to you too,
Ah,
right?
yeah. Today is
Women's
Happy
Day.
Women's Day. Happy Women's
Yeah.
Day to all of you guys.
And it's such a blessing. It's Women's Day and you are here. I really hope
Oh,
you
thank you. Thank you.
inspired us a lot. Huh?
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And then about the story of your how you are about to be conned with credit card. Can you try at least a little bit tell or warn others about credit card, like the way they tried to con you, like how your story, how it went?
Okay, they didn't try to con me. I was the one who went to that credit by myself. And
Uh,
first of all, I was introduced. You know, now,
yeah.
okay, let me tell you guys. When you come from Kenya and the way your husband or boyfriend, how he treats you in Kenya, you feel like money is not a problem, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, me, my husband, he showed me life when I was back home in Kenya. I could even call him and tell him I have a headache, and he could send me money to go to Nairobi Hospital to be treated headache. So he showed me there's this kind of life and lifestyle I want to stay. So I came here. When I came here, actually after we got married, now after 6 months, he told me, you know what, darling, from today on, you will be on your own. And that I didn't know what it means. So I didn't even ask what it means. So I got friends in between. I got friends who were a little bit higher than me. And they could see me wearing clothes from Kenya, you know. So mtumba, viatu zilikuwa za mtumba, kikosh. You know, hizo viatu ukizileta actually hapa zenyewe zinajisema, like mimi nimetoka, sijatoka hapa. So that's how it was. And then one of them, and I will never say her name in public, she know herself if she ever get to see this video, she told me, why are you suffering, and there's a credit you can get for fashion for free, but you just have to say you are working. So I lied about my work. I went to that first credit card, them knowing I'm a nurse. Then I was not even a nurse when I introduced myself into a credit card. I write down my salary, but they didn't want the entire year salary, and they didn't want even to know which company I'm working with. So that's how I got the credit. The first one was 2,000 Swiss francs. So I
Uh-huh.
could go purchase something and then pay 10% of the purchase. So I did that on the first month. I paid everything for 2,000. Now I wanted to change my entire closet from shoes, bags, and clothes. So I went shopping for 2,000. It was filled up in within a month, and then I started to pay, but only paying 10% and then go and buy that 10%. So 10%, it means 2,000. If
Mm.
you spend 200, that is the 10% that you will pay back. So I could pay that 200 Swiss francs and then go again and buy something for 200, or add money and buy something that for 200.
I,
So at some point, I couldn't really pay it. Not that I didn't have money, but I couldn't pay it because now I was like, let me save money for Louis Vuitton and then pay this 10%. But then it didn't go that way. So that's when my husband, he came home from work and he went to mailbox and got my letter, and he put it on the table. So when I come back home, he told me, what is this? And I started to explain to him, but I was so angry with him. I knew that here in Switzerland, you are not allowed to open someone else's letter. It's
mm-hmm.
written persönlich. Persönlich, it means personally.
Personal, yeah.
So I created a big problem with my hubby about that, and he told me, you know what, I cannot deal with this. So at some point, it was really draining our marriage, and my husband is not a credit person, and he doesn't like to be on a credit, and credit can destroy your life here. Especially, it means that if you have a credit and you cannot pay that, you cannot even rent a house.
Mm-hmm.
That is a big problem. If you cannot rent a house here in Europe because of credit, that it means that is a big problem. So I end up it was ups and downs in my marriage about this credit because it really drained us, but I thank God now I'm not in there anymore. I save and buy. If I can't, I just let it go.
So let me ask you. So this 2,000, and then you say 10%.
Yeah.
get it there. Like they give you 2,000. If you buy something for 200 euro, you just pay the 200 euro.
Yeah, you just pay. Okay, the thing is, it was
Mm.
2,000, and then you have to pay 10%, which is 200 every month. And then if you pay that to finish, it means you can reuse the credit card again. So the card
Mm-hmm.
was limit for 5 years. And
Uh-huh.
that 5 years, I could not really do well with that card. Actually, after 2 years, I couldn't go well with it since my husband he knew. So it took me 2 years to finish that card because I also got another one. So I had 4,000 credit card.
And
And it
all
was
for
not
fashion.
for schooling. It was not for schooling. It was not
Fashion.
something to help me. It was just fashion.
Wow. I would say by now I salute you.
Yeah, I finished because my husband he is this kind of guy. Like if he know that you are in shit, he will make sure that you come out of it, and that is to stop supporting you. And he stopped supporting me or at all. Like
Mm-hmm.
he didn't care about my bills, so I could get minung, you know, minung, what it
Man,
means. Yeah, and that is not really good. If you get those letters, it's not good for your future. So
yeah.
I made sure that I got the job hotel. Then I joined Moving Peak Hotel. I did that, and I there is where I got enough money to pay all my shit.
I would say God has been with you.
Yeah, God he
Yeah.
has been there with me, but I cannot say that it's something that I wanted, but I didn't know. And I always say, even if you tell someone, "Oh, don't do that," I don't think if it's good to tell someone like that, let them do it, and then they will learn from there.
This reminds me before, well, even me when I was still new here, I had a friend. My friend also was this like lifestyle and all
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Just one day she told me, "Hey Esther, why can't we be just putting money on the side, on the side, on the side, and then when it's like I be bringing in like let's say 500 euro, 500 euro, then she get at one point she get the 1,000, and then do you know what this money was for?" First of all, she told me about a jacket. Like we be buying jackets, we be buying Gucci. I was like, what?
Yeah, there are some people who are not in fashion.
No, I'm into fashion, but I'm not that into fashion like that. I would say, actually, I won't even eat because I want something for, or even a bag. You know, before I carry a 5,000 bag, I already have maybe I already have the basic needs complete. Then
Yeah,
I think about that, but
yeah,
in the beginning I don't have even papers, and then I'm thinking about 2,000 bag.
for the
How is that
bag.
possible?
Yeah, it can be hard, and yeah, there are some people who do that, like they share the bill for fashion, but me, I've never.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just because it can make problem, you can start to fight with people, which is not good. So I prefer to save on my own and buy on my own. And most of time when I go fashion, I don't go with the girlfriends who are not in fashion, because they will start to tell you, "Ai, yo pesa yote kiatu."
Hata usiwahi beba.
Yeah, so I don't go with those. I don't go with those in shopping. I meet them when I have it in my body. Then they cannot tell me anything.
Mimi ni Mkikuyu halisi. Ushaisikia Mkikuyu?
Yeah. Kuna nani anasema Lin Win anasema yeye nimeachwa lakini nimefika. You are
Yeah,
welcome.
amechelewa. And
Mm.
then there's this girl. She's called Delight. Can you please just for her tell her like a little bit experience of here, because she said she came in late. Hi
A
Delight.
little bit experience
Yeah,
of
like the way I understand, she wants to come as a nurse.
she
Yeah,
want to come as a nurse.
yeah, like, how is it? Would you advise her to come, or would
Yeah,
you just
if she
advise
can
her?
come and she come as nurse, they have to see her papers, and they most of time these papers, outside papers here in Switzerland, they are not qualified. You have to do their course, which they believe you have to get a certificate from here.
Mm-hmm.
But if you come with the certificate from I don't know where, and then try to work as a nurse here, it
But
can be difficult, because
uh,
I also see those people like now Russian and Ukraine, they are fighting. So Ukraine, they are here, a lot of them. And I do work with qualified doctor in Ukraine, but he's now a nurse. So here they don't allow him to work as a doctor. He has to work as a nurse. It doesn't matter what he did in his country.
but
Yeah.
you can advise them to come.
Yeah, they can come, but they have to accept whatever they will be told to do. If it's to learn that full course here of to become a full nurse, then they have to do like part-time working and part-time schooling.
So to study in Ausbildung, she wants to do Ausbildung to study here.
And then she's most welcome. She can come and do it here. She's most welcome.
And what would be the challenges she would face?
The language barrier, if she's speaking German, if she
Mm.
want to come in Switzerland, she has to speak German. And if she's not, then she has to take fast the German classes, because everything it's been taught in German.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And in case someone is doing well back at home, would you still advise them to come here? Like if anyone is just doing well at home.
No, if you do well back at home, there's no need to come here. You can just come here for fun, maybe holidays, maybe something like that. But to live here, you will just to start to feel type of way, not unless you want to live here then. But if you're doing very well home, even most of us who are here, we want to go back home, but then
Yeah,
you don't have enough, or your children are little, you cannot just leave them.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not all that.
I can see the young guy here is busy eating kagumi. Yeah. Okay, now come unter. Yeah, come. Yeah, ustige. Mhm. Komm, weg. Komplett weg. Und
Ameiba.
ich fertig, gell? Ich fertig. Amemaliza kagumi. Na amesimama hapo for long nikiwajibu, but akili yangu iko kwa iniambie nimwangalie. Akili yangu iko kwa nimwambie atoke hapo, but it's okay.
So to actually to my people back at home, yeah, if you have it okay at home, if your life is just comfortable, just see Europe as a place where you can come and explore, but not to
Yeah.
live. Yeah,
Yeah,
not
to live here, it needs a thick skin. You know, you have to put shade on, and it's hard, especially because when I married my husband, me, I didn't think of working. I didn't even want to work, kabisa. I was thinking now, since I married him, I have money, we have everything. Why should I go to work? But
mm.
when you land here, that's when you start to realize, aya, kuna kufanya kazi. And if you don't like working, then it will be hard.
Husbands. See, you tell them even the white husband, it's like 50-50. They talk about bills. A woman, even it's been asked to pay bills 50-50.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Even the first time when I came here, when I was new, we used to go clubbing, out for one or two drink, and then the waiter will ask us who is paying, or is a two bill or one bill, and then I could cause a big problem with those waiters. Hey, he's my husband. He's the one who to pay the bill. And my husband, it could be like, no, here it's like that. They do acts. And I'm like, yeah. And why should they act? Like they see you are the man, you are the one who to pay, because back home men pay the bills, but not
Imagine
nowadays. I mean,
even with friends,
nowadays people do pay their own bill.
if right now we go to a restaurant together, they will ask,
Yeah, they will ask,
get
which is
rent or
normal. Then I didn't know if it's normal. Then I thought it's an insult. Yeah.
even I still support men to be paying bills. How can a woman pay bill and a man is seated there? I
Oh
don't.
my God. If you have the good one who pay for you, thank God and pray for him every night.
Then that is the flag. They say a flag. If someone is not able to pay your bill, then
That is not a flag. It's just a
continue.
response. for some people who don't know, they will say those were red flags, but there's is not a red flag. It's you have to take your responsibilities.
Ah,
Yeah, it's
wait,
called
women,
your responsibilities.
but African women, we are privileged. You know,
Yes, I know.
that is the white man's responsibility, not our responsibility.
Even me, I didn't agree. I didn't agree with him in the beginning. In our marriage, I was like, no, I didn't accept it. I didn't really. It didn't sink into my head that I have to pay my own bills, like insurance, ticket, flight if I want to go back home, and a phone, and so
You
many
do
small
that.
bills. Yeah. So that one was really bad thing, but now I come into understanding and learning that it is actually good to be self-ständig.
Yeah,
It is good to be self-ständig.
that thing was brought in with the feminism. Is the one
Mm-hmm.
which brought that aspect in.
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
for me, I do care less. I know tomorrow I'm working. I just go to work to look for money to be able to buy anything. And you know me, I'm not this kind of person ndanyorosha mkono all the time, nipe 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 nipe. I'm not that type of person. I love working. I love my money. There I can control my money. Even now I will feel like I will want to buy Chanel 7,000 bag. I will just take the tram outside the house and be at Chanel boutique and pay 7,000, and he will not ask me why. Because I don't have answers to answer him, because this is now my money, is not his money. But if he's giving me and he has to control me, what do I buy, what did I buy, and why, then we will have fights. So it's better I work and I spend the way I want.
That is a modest woman there. Eh?
Yeah.
Modern woman.
And actually, I've learned, because my husband is this type of European man. He doesn't care about fashion and he's not into fashion at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm the one who is really, when it comes to my shoe, if it's not brand, I don't work with them.
Wow. Do you have this one? It's called, I always hear it. It's called Christian Louis Vuitton. I don't know Louis Vuitton or that.
Yeah, I have them, but they are museum to me because I cannot work with those shoes. They
So
are
why so
uncomfortable,
expensive?
because even the designer himself, he said, I make shoes to look good, not to be comfortable. So they are so uncomfortable. So they are museum in my closet.
Wow.
Yeah.
So where have you gone for shopping apart from Paris? Where else?
We do travel once a year. Everywhere we do go: Spain, Italy, Paris. Paris is actually my second time to be there. In the first time, I didn't know what Paris means. You know, you're from Africa, fresh, landed in Switzerland, and then he organized a trip to Paris for 2 weeks, and I didn't really know what it means. What is Paris? Actually, even to be in Switzerland was kind of a shock for me.
Uh,
So then, when we were there, I didn't even know what is Louis Vuitton, what is Yves Saint Laurent, what is those all big brands means. So it was easy for him because he didn't buy anything expensive for me there except a sweater that I went with it to German classes. It was drawn Paris Tower here on the front, and I
oh,
cried because he didn't buy for me 5 colors, because I wanted white, black, gray, red. I cried in Paris like a baby. I told him, like, it's only €10. Why can you not buy me 7 of them? So ni
I,
wagumu. These people ni wagumu. Aki, even now I asked him why you did not buy me a €10 sweater, 5 colors. And he was like, because
you know
you have
they
to buy
say
these things
save
on
a
your
lot.
own money.
And
And I
then
was not even earning.
have you been to this side of Paris? Like it looks like Gikomba. Have you been there? There are two
No.
sides of Paris. There's this side where even they are hawking. Even you go there, unakula mama mboga ako huko.
Uh-uh.
You
Mm-mm.
haven't been there. Next time
Pali
you go there.
nimefika Paris ni Paris town, na French side, South France.
Ah.
But sijafika huko Kikomba. Na Paris nikienda, we know where we are going. This time we went to Paris, and I wanted to see if I could use my savings and purchase the Hermes bag there, but they told me I had to be on the wait list of Nini. You have to reserve the appointment. So I didn't have an appointment, but
Ah.
they give me back to see them, and I tried them, and the video, it's currently on my YouTube channel. But my aim was I could spend my savings to buy the bag if they could offer me the bag that I want, of my
Mm.
choice, of my dream there. But you have to have appointment. It doesn't matter who you are.
Then next time you go to Paris, make a point to go on that side, eh? There
Yeah,
you
I
buy
will make an
sweet.
appointment of trying to buy something. If I will not
Yeah.
get my bag, if they will not offer me the bag this year
Don't
or
take
next.
your bag down there. Don't take your bag down there. Kule
Which
ni
one?
the expensive bag, don't take it down there. Sababu huko ni Ndumbois. So
No. Ah,
people
okay.
don't know that side of Paris, by the way.
Me, I don't know. If you could have not asked me now here, I don't know. I
Yeah.
just go Paris for different things, to see buildings, churches. Actually, I am so happy and honored to be on that church that got burned in Paris. I was there 12 years ago inside the church, but this time we were there, they were not allowing people to go inside. It was under construction, so nobody could enter in. You could just observe the beauty from outside.
Mm.
Yeah, so I am so happy and honored to be inside in that church before it got banned. Even though they will try to bring it back to a little bit originality the way it was, but I think the way it was more beautiful.
Ah, there was a church which was banned.
Yeah, there was this church, famous church in Paris. Was it's well known worldwide.
Ah.
So yeah, it got fire, I think last year or last year, but I think it got banned when I was pregnant for my son.
Mm. I didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
So
good to go around and watch these old vintage buildings. I love that.
yeah, I've also been to Paris, and there's also a place where you go under cave. Have you been there? Like it's
Mhm.
just a cave. Like if you want to have this.
Someone is saying Notre Dame. It's in French name. Notre Dame. Yeah, that church. It's really beautiful. Beautiful. They said it will finish this year, but we will see.
We will go. We will find it.
Yeah, you know that church and that tower, Paris Tower, is their in
Eiffel
source.
Tower.
Yeah, Prime Tower. That one is that church and that tower is the fame thing that takes people to Paris.
And also where Mona Lisa is. This
Mona
place.
Lisa's in.
I've seen you also. I've seen your pictures. You are there also. There's this museum. I can't remember. Nombre, something like that. There's
Yeah,
a Mona Lisa where there's this picture of Mona Lisa.
yeah. There's
Yeah.
those. That one is the biggest and
Museum.
largest museum in the world. Actually,
You know.
if you go to Paris, you should visit that museum. It's
Yeah.
so big you cannot finish.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always full of people. People full. Yeah, they wait and wait. I mean, it's a queue there. You have to go very early in the morning. Mm.
So Nani, Rael, I hear you. Your taste is very rich. You have a very rich taste. Your
Thank you.
personality too. You have a very rich personality. It's so I can say if it's something you would eat, it's tantalizing. Eh?
It's yummy.
I'm telling you, we could
Yeah,
stay here the whole day and just listen to you and your stories.
yeah,
But unfortunately, everything has an end.
yeah,
And I would love like the next like 15 minutes we just open floor for any questions to
yeah.
anyone. And in the meantime, I have my last question.
Okay.
So my last question would be how would your friends describe you?
I don't have so many friends because nowadays I'm so keen when it comes to friends. I prefer online friends than physical friends. They can be so challenging. But the ones that I have, they are so supportive. They are so inspired by me. They are so encouraged by me, especially when they see where I come from and where I am, and also where I'm going. So I don't have many friends where I can say that I have had time with them. It's just friends that who appreciate who I am. Because once you come into me and you start to judge me with my fashion or my lifestyle, girl, we don't go anywhere. Yeah. So I have those who support me and I support what they do.
And how do they see you as a person?
They see me as an encouraging person, as a
Mm-hmm.
good friend, and I have this good relationship with them. They see me as a good friend,
Yeah.
inspiration, encouraging, motivation, mentor. I can speak to people, I can mentor people.
Uh-huh. And
Yeah.
then
I also do mentor my patients. Sometimes I give them hope of living, even though they
it's
are on their last
needed.
stage of life.
It's needed. And then, okay, now the floor is yours. Say something about your YouTube. Advertise yourself. The floor is yours.
Okay. When I open my YouTube channel, actually, I open attending to, to share my story and get encouraging the girls who didn't go to school like me and they feel ashamed to come out and to live their own life and to make their own life better. And something came in, I can unbox Louis Vuitton and I can start fashion. So I got lost with my channel. I because I'm looking for this subscriber thing, so I bring people into my kitchen, into my house. This is how I cook, and so my channel at the moment is everything. It's everything you can imagine: cooking, cleaning, fashion, trying on, talking about unboxings and luxury unboxings. So it's everything, but I want to niche down to only unboxing luxury and talk about fashion.
And
Yeah,
what is this thing? Why should people follow you or
they
subscribe
should
to you?
they
Why?
should follow and they should subscribe me because they can also have hope in life. Like when it comes to lifestyle, someone can have a hope if she or he living in a bad state of life. She can always wake up and decide to change, because me, I decided to change my life. So if you want to own Hermes bags, shoes, clothes, you can still have them. You can still want to have them anytime you want.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Interesting.
I hope I answered you. Of course, true.
Yeah. Delight. In fact,
Delight is welcome.
yeah, you need to subscribe to her.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think for me, life it's all about how you want to live it. It's only okay. Some people will feel like mzungu alimpeleka huko. That's why she can say it so easy. Me, my wanting to be looking good all the time. It started way back in Kibera.
Mm-hmm.
Way back in Kibera.
Na maji na ile gunia ya
Yeah, yeah.
kuchukua.
I even have a video where I shared my first getting from all the way from Bata sandals and Masai sandals to Hermes. My first ever Hermes unboxing shoes. I talked about those.
Mm.
So I used to wear a party Masai sandals, which I do enjoy now, but I really wanted to have a good life. I
Yeah.
knew somehow there's a good life somewhere when I was a young girl.
And a very
Nili-
quick one, huh? A very quick
Mm.
one. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I cannot tell because that is imagination and dream. I want to see myself um, being fully in the fashion if possible, because only subscriber can take you to the, to the end of
Like,
the fashion. Yeah, but if I don't get a lot of we anasema great testimony, dear girl, in a way you will inspire a lot. Jinaki imepotea.
amen. You will.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to be here. I really appreciate for that touch comment. Thank you. Anajiita
Thank you,
Salikal
Sally.
World. Ni Sally.
Sally Klaus World.
Yeah, Sally, thank you. By the way, Sally, nimesubscribe huko kwako. Na
Ame
uhit hiyo notification button, nimehit pia kwangu.
Sally,
Mm.
by the way, ako na nini mbili.
Hiyo ingine sijui, najua tu hii moja yenye niliwatch interview yako na yake na some good videos. She's a good content creator.
I will send you the other one where she does with her family. She has two.
Okay.
More professional. The other one is just with family.
Okay. I will love to. I will love to, because
Sally
she
pesa,
have that energy.
Sally anakula pesa ya YouTube kweli kweli.
Sally, tusukume huko. Tusukume huko, Sally. Now you are our big fish girl.
She's our inaitangwa aje? Ni moderator, not moderator. Wale wenye wako pale juu wanaitangwa aje?
My big fish.
Huyu Sally na what is her name? Mother Finest, they are big fishes,
But not Louis Vuitton. Sally amesema but not Louis Vuitton. Hey, Sally, come on.
So, Rael.
Yeah.
So very soon we are going to have your brand line,
Brand line as in?
As in into fashion, like uta come up with shoes or clothes. Have you ever thought of that?
No. At the moment, no. I will not. To be honest with you guys, I don't want to make them. I don't want to. I want to buy them from person who have made them.
You know, let me give
what
you
a show. Kuna mtu amesema hapa what a show so
informative.
Informative. Hiyo imepotea haraka kama sijamaliza kusoma. Thank you.
Thank you. Ona, let me give you an idea. There's this idea here. You don't have to be the tailor or you don't have to be the shoemaker. The thing what you can do, unaweza kaandika watu. You can employ people who will be designing for you, or you be the designer, you just be drawing. But there are some people under there when they are doing that work for you.
Yeah.
Umana, the only thing you need is capital, and you need these people. So I think it's something you can do, because I even think something like Louis Vuitton, the designers don't sit there and just tailor.
Yeah. At the moment, me, I'm into fashion, but I'm not into fashion by making or have idea. Me, I don't have any idea of creating any dress or any shoes. I'm just there to love the brand and to to buy the brand. But never say never. Never say never. It can happen, and if it will ever come, why not? I will use the I will take the advantage to use it as a creator. But I mi hata skirt sijui kuchora. I don't know even how to draw the skirt. And it's something very simple. Yeah. But I'm so happy, and I'm happy and comfortable to buy them, but I'm not willing to open my own brand. Maybe a cosmetics, even though I'm not a makeup artist, but maybe if I can reach on those big fishes people, I can create my own makeup line.
Yeah.
That is I'm saying by if it will happen. It's not like it's on my idea or my mind.
By now anything is possible.
Yeah, by now anything is possible.
Yeah, that's what we've learned from your story. Anything is possible. And
Yeah.
never.
According to my story, the way I tell people, it can be. Yeah, it can happen. Yeah.
Yeah. And never yourself, no limitation.
Yeah, I never limit myself. I never see myself different person. And also the other thing I wanted to say, when it comes to language in the work field, it can be really hard for some people, especially me who I didn't go to school. It can be really hard because here now when you do the flege, there's this information that you have to write down about the patient. How did you get the patient in the morning if you are freelance or if you work in the morning shift? That information you have to write it, you have to document it down in the
Mm-hmm.
computer. And those are the things I was really, really struggling because writing is really difficult for me, but with time I'm there. I don't have to write so many information. I explain a lot than to write, so I write few things that I know these are okay for me. But to explain, to tell my boss how the day was with the patient, how was the patient, that I'm
Good.
okay with it, and I flow with information better than to write.
Right. I think it's
Yeah.
understandable. Yeah.
Yeah, for my boss and my team, they do understand and they do appreciate where I work. The team is really good. They really believe in me because they see what I do. It doesn't need education, it needs yourself as a person, and also how do you carry yourself at work. That is the
Yeah.
most important thing. Yani inaitwa kujituma kwako ndio inaweza kakufanya ufaulu hapa. Yeah.
So from my side, me, I don't have anything else to say. Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah,
You blessed this show.
thank you.
Yeah, and I think I will release you so that you can attend to your other things. And
Yes, now I just want to continue to be a mom and a wife, like cooking and going shopping for dinner and take
yeah,
care of this young boy here.
yeah. And in case of anything, any question, anything on YouTube, you can always come to me. I am
Yes,
here. Yeah.
thank you so much, and thank you so much to host me. I'm so humble.
Yeah, and I thank you. Me, in fact, I'm the one to say thank you to you. Yeah, and please, guys, go follow Rael. I will leave her link down there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
follow her. She's such an amazing woman. Take her as your sister and let her walk with you. Yeah,
Oh, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much
yeah,
for the love and support that you have shown here in this live channel. This is my first time going live. I've never do these things. So this girlfriend of mine, Esther, she told me, "Look, we can do this. We can do this. I want to know more about you." So I think this is really something that I've learned and it's new for me. So I really appreciate.
yeah. And
Yeah.
also, me, I thank you also, my audience. Asante sana for staying true, staying there, being there. Thank you very much. Without you, there is nowhere we are headed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I know wamekuwa watu wamefika up to 10 people, wamereduce sahii mpaka to number 4, which is okay. It's understandable. It's in the daytime, people have so many things to do out
meetings to
there. And yeah, next time we will do this. Maybe we have to do it on a weekend.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we say adios.
Adios. Ciao. Thank you. Bye
Ciao.
bye.
Bye bye. Where do we go?
Nienda hapa kwa hii X.
And yeah.
Okay, sawa.